Hello, Captains. It's me, TONIK TZW, here in the legendary Z52, probably the meta for destroyers. Now, with its 5.9 kilometer sonar, I've had a few good games and a few bad games in this one as I try to get to grips with it. This one is a first, but it's not the best. It's a little bit of boom and bust. So, for those of you that have kept saying that you'd like to see my builds on ships, I've decided to chuck an extra couple of placeholder cards in here so you can see what build I'm using on the ships. We are here on Scandinavia, a big map, surprisingly. I wish more maps were this big. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 destroyers on each side of this game, one radar cruiser. Now, I've started the game a little bit late, which means that the Adriatico was kind of in on his own at the start. And I'm thinking we've got the Worcester in the smoke screen there because of the amount of fire that is coming out of there. And I'm thinking, do I really want to push into a cap where there is a Worcester with radar? Well, I'm going to have to help this Adriatico out and put some fire onto him. There's torpedoes going everywhere. I fire my guns and get spotted. The Adriatico's in his rolling smoke, which means whatever that is in the smoke screen, and I'm guessing it's not the Worcester because the trajectory of the shells is quite low. It's got to be a destroyer, and I'm trying to think which friggin' destroyer puts shells out like that. But we're going to put some torpedoes through that smoke screen just to see if we can catch a dope in a smoke. And we're not going to sit in a smoke screen ourselves. Instead, we're going to push. We want the cap. We are contested. And I'm saying, come on, GK. This GK sat still for ages at the start of the game before he even decided to start moving. But looking at my twist and track indicator, it's popped off to the right. I'm watching for the torps. Now I'm looking for the target here on my right. There it is. It's the Shimakaze. He's within range. I'm detected at 5-1, which means he's 800 meters inside my sonar. Looking at how many kills he's got on that thing, he obviously likes playing it, but this ship is not one he's going to get a kill on. And there we go. We get a spot on a destroyer there very, very briefly. And we're going to get out of this smoke again because we don't want torpedoes coming through it. But look at my twist and track indicator. It's still pointing to the right, and there's a smoke screen there. And I'm thinking, we've got two destroyers out here. We've got one on the left. We've got one on the right. But what do we do? This is a dangerous situation. There we go. It's the Kitakazi, but I'm worried about what's here that I can't see. Something has got even lower concealment than that Kitakazi. So I'm going to play cautiously. We're going to back up to the cap because I'm not located because the Adriatico is pushing that Kitakazi. I'm going to try for a lob shot across the top here. The Adriatico is doing an amazing job. But there we go. It's the Gumo. He's lit up his guns. And we get the drop on the Kitakazi. That's two destroyers out of the game from this flank. We got one gun on the other flank. We get a fire on the Yagumo. And I'm like, no, I can't sit here. I know we need the cap, but I can't sit here. The guy is riding the line. I'm very close to the line. Neither of us has really got anywhere to go, but I don't want to be in the smoke. There we go. We've got him spotted, and we're going guns, and the Adriatico is going to turn around as well and try and get his guns on and put some fire in. We're on 2 kills. Are we looking for number 3? Let's just keep piling on the pressure. The reason I run this with Bear and not with Blue Ferrora is for the main battery reload reduction. I run it as a gunboat, not a torpedo boat. But that is 3 kills, and you'll see me flash up on the mic, and I basically tell that Adriatico he's done an absolutely amazing job in contesting that cap, and he probably plays that Adriatico better than I've ever played it. And he's got the cap taken, and somebody pings the back of the map to say there's a ship back there. He's heading across towards the North Cap there, and I decide that I'm going to push up to this island. Now, I'm a bit dubious about pushing around the side of this island because I don't really have anywhere to go. I've lost about 9,000 hit points, and a battleship with HE ready is going to full salvo me. Now, you look at the state of the game at the moment, we are 6 ships, plays 4. We control 3 caps. All we have to do is not die and stop red team from pushing. But honest to God, I have no idea what happened in this game, but we just start hemorrhaging ships. Literally, people are getting deleted left, right, and centre, and it's going to turn very bad very quickly. We still have the advantage, 605 points over 366, and it's an advantage that we could maintain if we played smarter, not harder. And the Worcester down there on the left side of the minimap is going to turn broadside to a Yamato. We lost the Shimakaze, I think, or is the Shimakaze still there? I can't quite see. Yes, he's still there on the other side of the map. He is going to go pushing up the side of that map and run into the Adriatico, and we're going to lose the Shima, and we're going to lose the Worcester in very, very quick succession. And that's going to leave myself, the Adriatico, and the Grosser Kurfürst. Now, all I can say is I think that this GK, it's his first legendary tier ship, because we're going to see something happen in a minute that I just thought was a complete throwaway. As I said, this isn't my best game by far, but it is the first for something else. We've got the Conqueror. We're on 3 kills. He's coming straight towards us. I've got very little room for maneuver here. I'm wondering if, because that Adriatico is on the cap and the Conqueror is broadside to him, that he's got tops on. Red team are pulling back the lead very, very slowly. The Halland is on that cap, and I put my torpedoes at this Conqueror. Now, whether or not he was aware that I'd fired my torpedoes, but let's just say, even though he's flat broadside, look at that, he's now starting to slow down because the GK is pushing into him, and I'm guessing he didn't want to be in the way of the GK's secondary. The Adriatico doesn't seem to have torpedo range. I've missed absolutely everything. We've taken 17,000 damage on 3 kills, which isn't a lot by far, but we stomped this side of the map against the odds. But look at this GK is turning broadside to the Conqueror. I'm thinking, what the hell? You've lost nearly all of your hit points in sailing up the side of the map, and this Conqueror is just going to dial him out of the game with his next salvo. It is ridiculous. So even though the Conqueror is turning broadside to me because he's going to get his guns onto me, he burns down the GK, and now I'm in a whole world of hurt. I'm going to use a trick that I learned in the Z35 a long time ago, and it also works with the Z52 as I get blind fired in my smoke. I'm going to try and just do whatever damage I can here. And as I said, this is by far from my best game, because I did completely screw it up, to be honest. But I didn't screw it up here. I'm worried that this guy might have 3-kilometer detection on. He's fired 1 turret. I know he's got another turret available. He's waiting for me to come out. There we go. He's going to turn. He's going to put some more shots on me. I was hoping that Adriatico would be running, but red team have pushed onto B cap as well. We've got 1 salvo of torpedoes out there. We get hits. We get enough. We don't have to fire the second set. We are up, but we've lost the Adriatico. And this is where I make the mistake of the game. There are still 3 minutes left to play. We still control 2 caps. But for some reason, in my head, I got the points mixed up, and I believed that we were on 457 and we were on for a loss. And I thought, the only thing I can do, I'm on 4 kills, I don't know what this Haaland has got on it, is try and go for the Kraken, when really all I had to do was turn and run away. So it just goes to show that no matter how good a player you are, sometimes in the heat of the moment, you completely screw things up. Why I'm heading towards danger? Because my brain got a little bit cross-wired here. There's the Haaland, still pretty much full health. I'm going AP on him because I've found the AP against broadside destroyers is better than HE in this ship. And I should have known that the fact he wasn't firing his guns, that the torpedoes were coming, I should have carried on my turn to the right and not turn back to the left, because that guy has 90 knot torpedoes. There's no way in hell I'm getting away from this one. So I'm sorry, guys, I threw that game away. So we pick up our first Kraken unleashed in the Z52, but we make a mistake that was so stupid that I should ban myself from playing the Kamikaze for a week. We do finish top of the board. I'm sorry, blue team. I completely ball bagged that one up. Next time, I've got to remember, blue is left and red is right. And R for red and R for right should tell me that. I'm a numpty. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my misery and failure in throwing away a game. Smash the like button, leave me a comment. Until next time, take care. Goodbye.